10 seconds.
Bye, Curious.
Hand tool check, please.
6, 5.
Let's go to black.
3.
Order. Taste the memory.
Romantic Clip Tandem Toenail Clippers. Because the couple that clips together stays together.
Hello everybody, I'm the Loud House Critic, one guy with more than 1,000 views and all the episodes I must review. So here on the last Thursday of March, and so far I've done a Lana Loud episode, I've done 2 Lola and Lana episodes, and now I can actually end it with a Lola episode. And what's a good way for me to actually end March on a good note? How about a really good Lola Loud episode where Lori was actually more supportive to her? Gown and Out, the 22nd episode of Season 3 of The Loud House, and overall the 123rd episode. This would be the episode I'd be lying if I say I hated, but something about this episode I really enjoyed. And remember last year when I reviewed Toads and Taurean? Remember the thing I said about Donnie Dufresne actually becoming a female? Well, here it is in this episode where someone became a transsexual from a man to being a woman. But I really could care less about this person. Let's get to this episode down and out.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I sing to myself, what a wonder.
Welcome back to the Little Miss Royal Woods pageant. Up next, we are kicking off the talent portion with Lola Loud and her famous ribbon dance.
It's Lola.
And the Joker is wild. Oh, yeah.
Notice how the ribbon never touches the floor. Sign of a real pro.
What an odd thing to say.
Note to a fact that there's gotta be a lot more than just doing a ribbon dance. But whatever. It's the best talent she's got.
How would you define true beauty?
To me, true beauty means having big hair and an even bigger heart. Aww.
Overruled.
What it is, man.
Bam! There it is! One of the best speeches that Lola has delivered on stage.
Yes! Perfect balance of sap and sass.
Okay, how do you know this junk?
Do you seriously not remember when I was the twins' pageant coach?
Oh, now I remember! Who could forget one of the best episodes in season 1? Well, at least one of the few good episodes in the first season. Everything else was just either meh or just worse at their worst. But I can say the first season actually began with a good episode and it ended with a good episode.
And your next Little Miss Royal Woods is...
Oh, I can't wait to figure out who the real winner is. Or do I already know who the winner is? Take a wild guess about who's gonna win this one. Dare it. I fucking dare you guys to take a wild guess who's gonna win it. And the answer is...
Well, this doesn't take a genius.
Lola! Called it! I fucking called it! Wasn't even that hard to guess it at first already.
Oh, we are so proud of you, sweetie. Thanks, you guys. It was nothing.
I have some exciting news, sweetie. Winning this title qualifies you for the Little Miss Southeastern Michigan pageant.
What? A regional pageant?
Southeastern part of Michigan? I hear there's a lot of snobs there. And they're just below where I live right now. Now, seeing the way that Lola is actually overwhelmed by this news, she's never competed this higher at the level before, but unfortunately her parents are unable to do because they're too much occupied during the weekend. But guess who comes in to fill in their shoes?
Are you looking at me? I can feel you looking at me. Look, no offense, but being a pageant chaperone isn't really how I plan to spend my weekend.
Well then, why were you with Lola in A Star is Scorn? Oh wait, that was a later episode, my bad. But then again, this is a start for Lola and Lori.
What if we threw in a spa package? You literally have a deal.
Two stalwart friends off on a whirlwind big city adventure. I love it.
So now the next day, we actually arrive at the Caribou Suite, which kind of almost close to sounding like a store of Cabela's. And they get themselves checked in, and Lola actually meets 3 other perfect girls. Well, not exactly perfect girls, but more like prim and perfect. Then again, nobody's perfect.
Hi, I'm Lola. Isn't it exciting to be competing in the big leagues? Well, not as exciting as Nationals last year, but it could be fun. Hi, I'm China, with 2 H's.
Oh, say what you want, just don't breathe on me.
Get that little stick stuck in my esophagus.
Wow, a girl named China. That's kind of nice, I suppose. Got a twin named Japan?
She holds the record for the most titles won before age 7. Oh, that's nothing. Jackie here does toothpaste commercials.
Yeah, do these kind of toothpaste commercials actually have a real deal and not false advertising where people actually can get cavities from some of these toothpastes? It's bad as advertising Chuck E. Cheese. Do you even see what they do with their leftovers? Maybe I'd just rather not tell you guys that. And let's hear who the last girl is.
And my name is Claudette.
What the fuck did you just say?
And my name is Claudette.
Claudette? Tell me, you didn't happen to steal that name from a Hans Christian Andersen character, did you?
Whoa! Are those sequins French crystal?
Oui, all of my gowns are made in Paris.
Harry? Oh, sorry. You're from France. That sounds amazing. But I heard a lot of people are not actually nice over there.
Yours?
Come on, Lola. I got our room key. Oh, darn. Gotta run.
What a bunch of nice girls, aren't they, Rogers?
Oh, absolutely not.
So later that day, Lola actually arrives at the rehearsal ballroom, and this is where the actual person I was talking about that I brought from Toad and Tiara actually into this. And there she is. Or should I say, there he is.
Next routine.
Oh, tumbling. Cute.
And there she goes! Giant swing move with a full release! She spins 360 degrees and then a half turn with a...
Look at those eyes. You spin me round, round, baby, round, round.
Like a record, baby, round, 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 round.
Climb, jump, and a handstand!
Not my best.
Oh, you can say that again. Anybody want to see my chainsaw juggling?
Next up, we have Lola performing... a ribbon dance. Cute.
I just don't like how the way she just sounded right there. It sounded like she had a doubt in her voice. Nice to show fucking confidence to someone who's 6 years old, especially when she can only do a good ribbon dance.
What is the single most significant event in human history?
If this was actually indeed a woman, then my friends, this woman has got to be suffering from the worst case of hemorrhoids I have ever seen.
Oh, good God.
Great question. It depends whether we approach from a socioeconomic or geopolitical perspective.
Funny how I can talk smart, yet apparently I have a real odd name. My mother used to call me Meanwhile before she was eaten by a Siberian tiger. That's right, China's got a backstory. Nobody ever asked.
But seeing how Lola's completely stumped about how talented and smarter these other girls are, she had to ditch practice and head back to the hotel room.
Okay, beauty queen. How were rehearsals? Did you kill it?
Yeah, you know it. Crown's in the bag. I'm just gonna go steam my pores for tomorrow.
Excuse me. Is it just me, or is Lori eating them damn low-cal bean chips again? Oh boy, I can tell you one thing, she might clear a room tonight.
Lola, what's wrong? Did your hair fall flat?
No, it's not my hair. It's the other contestants. They're,
Wonderful, magnificent, glorious, pretty, snobby, maybe punctual.
What did you say?
Oh, sorry.
What was that?
they're better than I am.
Oh, I wouldn't go and say it that way, unless they're like Glomgold.
Olsen, help me up onto his casket so I can dance on it!
That guy's a total dick.
What if I don't win? What if I lose?
Oh, you better hell not puke. This is polished marble floor, you better drink it. But that goes to show that she can't even say the word L-O-S-E without getting nauseous.
Lola, you're not going to lose. You're a pageant powerhouse. Now make sure you get to bed early tonight. You don't want to wake up all puffy-eyed and blotchy.
Yeah. Or do I?
You know, not to be mean, but somehow Lincoln wasn't even needed for this part. Because Lola could have actually done this on her own and just look in the mirror and could have think to herself. And this would have actually gave her the idea. And speaking of, what could Lola actually be thinking? As usual. So the next day at the Caribou Suites. Oh my God!
Lola, what happened? I don't know. I do feel a little under the weather, but the pageant must go on.
Survey says.
Oh, come on. Even DW can actually fake the chicken pox better than that. But here comes some best moments I ever loved about this episode, especially when it comes down to Lori herself.
I'm so sorry, Lola. I know how much you wanted to compete, but you just can't.
That's all right. I'll get over it someday. Well, enjoy the spa.
Shh, forget the spa. I am staying right here. Maybe a fun sister day will help cheer you up.
What? Nothing. You said what first?
I didn't say what first. I asked you what.
No, you said and then what, and I said what?
No, I said what? Like what?
You said what first?
Now you're making fun of me?
No.
No, you don't have to do that.
I know I don't have to. I want to.
I know for a fact that so many people don't like Lori Loud very much, but somewhat I love her in this episode. Someone support Lori actually, so she buys her balloons, buys her flowers, buys her makeup, and even orders room service.
I'd like 2 chocolate chip cookies. Warm, please, with your coldest milk.
Oh, but no anchovies. And I mean no anchovies. You put anchovies on this thing and you're in big trouble, okay? I'm gonna let you know.
Milk.
But those cookies are $5.95 each.
What else am I going to do with my really hard-earned babysitting money?
Uh-oh. Seen that face before.
The winner of the Little Miss Unsightly Skin Rash pageant is Miss Lola Loud. Oh, Little Miss Unsightly Skin Rash. Da-da-da-da-da.
And I'm really not gonna lie about this. This one really hurt me when Lola started crying because she's actually managed to see how stupid this is really turning out for her and she can no longer keep it up. And here's where the green area comes in.
Why, rumor has it that already she has come between you and Peter. But what's this?
Lola, what's wrong? Is your condition getting worse?
Oh, I don't have a condition. Unless you count being a terrible person.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm not really sick. I faked all this with makeup to get out of the pageant.
But why? I don't understand.
Well, I've never competed at this level before, and the other girls are really talented. I couldn't stand the idea of...
That is hand-stitched leather. You better drink it.
I'm sorry I lied. I understand if you're mad.
Actually, Lols, I'm not.
Really?
That's strangely odd, but it's so amazing and quite mature how Lori's taking it. Here's where things get lightened up a little bit.
No, I get it. I almost skipped homecoming because I was worried I wouldn't win queen. But in the end, I sucked it up, put on my dress, and went anyway.
I like your spirit.
And I'm so glad I did.
But I thought Carol Pingree won homecoming queen.
Oh, she totally did. And...
Oh boy, here we go with Carol Pingree again. I'm sorry, I'm ruining the moment.
But if I hadn't gone, I would have missed out on an amazing night. The competition is going to get tougher as you get older, but you can't let it stop you from...
doing what makes me happy?
Exactly! So what do you say? You still want to do this thing?
How sentimental. You know, I haven't been this choked up since I got a hunk of moussaka caught in my throat. Huh? So is this an audience or a mosaic?
My heart melted when I was seeing so much bonding between these two about the nice conversation they're having. How Lori had her ups and downs, and yet she's convincing Lola to actually still go for it, even if she does lose. But then again, she should have got this lesson in her head by then in driving ambitions. This is both hands down for the best Lori supportive, touching moment ever delivered in this show. Or in this case, this episode for that matter. Great performance, Catherine. You really pushed it for Lori. I really love how the way you made her sound more supportive, especially towards Lola. So now later that night, the pageant is about to begin. Once again, being hosted by the transsexual.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Little Miss Southeastern Michigan pageant. Beautiful girls, I'm talking about them beautiful girls.
You shut the fuck up.
Okay, just stop singing. Let this Stack McFarlane guy handle it.
A pretty girl is like a rhapsody.
Just crazy for the beauty.
Go get him, Lola!
Remember, eyes forward, chin up, tushy clenched.
Gee, does this sound familiar? Hey, no matter who wins, at least they're having fun. Unless you're an egotistical asshole like Glomgoat who's always about winning. And never play rap music as you're in a church, especially when you're doing it at a funeral. So anyways,
Lola Loud and her ribbon dance.
The girl's got some skills.
It's like she's one with the ribbon.
Literally.
You can say that again. As partial as I am to a sparkly tiara, I'd have to say that a girl's most important accessory is her brain.
Oh, good answer.
Yeah! In your fucking face, fuckwad!
Ladies and gentlemen, the results are in. Can we please bring out all our beautiful girls?
God, that voice is still cringeworthy to me. Like I said before, a dude changed himself into a female.
The second runner-up to Little Miss Southeastern Michigan is... Claudette!
Survey says...
The first runner-up is...
I would love you if you never do that again.
Jackie!
Survey says...
Freak! Don't you have a knife? Get out of here! Go away!
Thank God I'm...
One left! I could win! I could still...
And you're next. Little Miss Southeastern Michigan is...
I smell Dinah's success!
China! She's Little Miss Southeastern Michigan!
Survey says...
Fuck me! Fuck!
Way to go! So great, Lola! Congratulations, China! Good job, China!
Jesus, Harles. This is why I don't put the good TV out.
Good TV? Why you hiding that bad boy?
Well, Lola may not have won, but at least she played it like a good sport.
You done good out there, sis.
Your best work since last fall's Little Miss Fusion Cuisine pageant.
Don't even want to know what that was. Unless it's something they did like what Monster High actually did.
You were right, Lori. Even though I didn't win, I'm really glad I did it.
I love how Lola is trying to hold back. because she knows she's gonna lose it. But somewhat she didn't let anger take over her brain.
Nice job, Lola. We're gonna have to watch out for you next year.
Wow, that's something you don't hear every day.
Speaking of next year, Lola, I think we should add some tumbling moves to your ribbon dance.
Fuck you!
Goodbye, Lincoln.
Yep, same here, sister.
Now, come on. You and I are going to hit the spa for some well-deserved pampering. Word of advice, though, do not ask for Greg.
Real good note. This ended the episode on a really good note, and I appreciate it so much. So that was Down and Out. I'm just gonna say I really enjoyed this one along with Read Aloud. But the execution of this episode seems very familiar with Roadie to Nowhere, except with that one, Luna was trying to figure out where to go in part of her life. With Lola in your hand, about her competing into another pageant and thinking that she might lose for the very first time. She's more scared about losing than actually attending this. And much likely, I really love what they're actually doing with Lola right now, even though she comes at us as bratty and a little spoiled right there, but then she has a vulnerable side. I love that. That's refreshing. They're actually fleshing out her personalities more, especially with Lori. And speaking about Lori, I really love how the way she was portrayed in this episode. Because at first she seems like she was very uncaring in the very first part, and then she sympathizes and actually cares for Lola. And when Lola confesses that she's not really sick, that she was trying to get out of the pageant, Lori was not even angry at all, and yet she explains to her, even if she does lose, she still can keep continuing for what she usually does best, for what makes her her. I mean, she showed a real bad pass about that she lost to Carol Pingray. Honestly, that was close to self-improvement. And I really love the moral of this. Even if you lose at something that you really enjoyed so much, well, you should continue to keep on doing it because you really enjoy it. Mostly what I'm doing right now in reality, and even on social media, no matter how many internet trolls come and bash me, I'm still continuing to keep going and not let them get to me. Because I enjoy having fun and entertaining people anywhere I go. So muchly everything I love about this episode, even Lori being supportive as she's supposed to be. But if I had to pick one flaw about this episode, it would have to be Lincoln being in this episode. Even if they try to continue his running thing to help Lola out with the pageant, but what was his goal in this episode? I mean, in Toads and Tiara, he actually helped Lola and then Lana, pretending to be Lola, to actually help him out so he can get Dairyland tickets to go to Dairyland. But in this episode, what's his goal? But I really don't get it. This episode would have been better if it played Lori and Lola out. I just really love how the bonding was between Lori and Lola in this episode. I'm the Loud House Critic, and it seems next month we actually have a little request month since I don't have too many Luann Loud episodes. Well, maybe one I actually might review if I get the chance. Now, let me see if I can get a Loud House episode request out of the Loud House box.
In the loud house, duck, dodge, push and shove, it's how we show our love. In the loud house, one boy and 10 girls wouldn't trade it for the world.